Yeah, am I audible, everyone? Yeah, good morning. Good morning. I hope everybody is fine. I hope everybody is safe, sound, and have taken utmost care of preventing themselves. Now, let us start with today's lecture, which is on current affairs. And yes, yes, good morning, everyone. So, before starting the lecture, I would like to again remind you that while reading current affairs, you should follow some basic source, right? The source, I hope you are following the Hindu newspaper, right? The Hindu newspaper and the Indian Express. Along with this, PIB is one of the source which you should follow just for whatever the government related news are there from the perspective of government. Whatever the news are there that are important from the ministry's perspective, right? And this Indian Express and the Hindu, so that whatever your opinion is there, it should be well read, right? It should be well read. So this is regarding the Hindu, the Express. The source is basically notes making. Yes, you can make your notes in the form of. Just give me a second. So yeah, am I audible? Yes. Notes making, yes, you can make your own notes in any way you want, but it should be in such a way that you have the maximum utilization capacity. Maximum utilization capacity. For example, if you're making some notes in the for your main examination, right? So here, whatever the elements you are getting or noting it down from the newspaper or any of the article, you should write in from that yes, in GS2 it is used for a governance purpose, right? So that when you are reading this sideways whatever you have read, you should understand that yes, this topic is useful for this, and also there should be something of your opinion that is to be mentioned over there. Okay, so ऐसे तरीके से you can make your notes. Okay, so notes making habit is one thing that you should indulge more into, right? So this was regarding the sources, the note making, right? And you should daily or at least write 3 to 4 answers in a week or so that you get to know what are your how is your writing ability, right? So keep revising this thing. So now come to the very aspect of our current affairs, right? So we have heard this word called as e-rupee, right? Everyone might have heard about this term and called as e-rupee, right? Yes. So have you heard about this term known as UPI? What is UPI? What does UPI means? It's an interface. Okay. Now what does it stands for? What does it stands for? Unified Payment Interface, right? Yes, Unified Payment Interface. So we have seen that कि पिछले कुछ सालों से after the demonetization, ठीक है, I am not talking about what positive impact or what negative impact the demonetization has caused. I am talking about the impact in the digital era. Okay, we are talking here about the impact that the demonetization has caused in the digital era. Obviously, one of the major impact it created was कि digital payment system को एक push देना या फिर उसको बढ़ावा देना. ठीक है, it may be due to some kind of restrictions or it may be a positive force that dwelled UPI or the interface, the online payment system interface. ठीक है, whatever the reasons are, we are now into the more prominently into the digital era, right? ठीक है. Here we will not yes, we will also talk at the later stage regarding how this digital payment system can be utilized at a very broader phase, right? So see, while doing this current affairs lectures, I do not dwell, I would personally request you all not to dwell only on the content part which is there in any of the notes, whether you read it on the newspaper, any of the website of any institute, on any of the material that you're reading. But I do want you to dwell into the possibilities of how a question can be framed with respect to this particular topic, right? कि अगर इस टॉपिक से अगर कोई क्वेश्चन आता है, so what are the things you are about to tell in your answer? Because see, our final aim should be कि आंसर कैसे लिखना है, या फिर प्रीलिम्स में अगर कोई क्वेश्चन आता है तो what are the things that we have to keep in mind, and if a question is asked in the interview phase, then how to dwell into that. So while reading or while doing this current affairs lectures, I would personally request you all to think from all this perspective, right? Whether you are attempting this year's examination next year, okay, the thinking should be dwelling from the very start. Now when we think about e-rupee, we have to first understand कि UPI क्या है, right? So it's a unified payment system or unified payment interface, right? So it got its promotion, you can say, from 2016 को इसको एक अच्छा सा पुश मिला था, right? Now on the basis of that, say you must have watched Pokemon आपने सबने देखा होगा, right? Have you heard about this word Pokemon? It's a cartoon. Yes. देखा है सबने, right? Yes. So Pokemon, you would have heard about this term as विकसित रूप, right? विकसित रूप सुना है आपने कभी? Have you heard about this term विकसित रूप? Yes. So it's a more developed version of a particular thing. विकसित रूप यानी more developed version. किसी ने नहीं देखा है? Anyone? No one is commenting on this, right? I want this class to be a two-way conversation. So let us have a discussion rather than I being only teaching you something, right? Yes. So we have UPI का ही एक विकसित रूप है e-rupee, right? E-rupee. Now, why are we dwelling into e-rupee? On why? What is the need of this e-rupee and what is this e-rupee? Right? So basically, e-rupee is a digital payment system based on electronic vouchers. So what is this? Electronic voucher. These are basically electronic vouchers होते हैं ये. So what? Yes, electronic voucher based on electronic vouchers. I am saying based on electronic vouchers. Okay. It may be it is a quick it may be a QR code or an SMS based e-voucher. ठीक है, ये दोनों सिस्टम में डेवलप कर सकते हैं, right? So it can be a quick response code, that is a QR code, or it may be a string based SMS based voucher. ठीक है, now you have understood that what is e-rupee. Basically ये क्या होते हैं? These are vouchers. हमको जिससे मिलते हैं ना, कि पहले मिलते थे कि when you used to play the any game, so you used to get, even if you eat a chocolate, so you used to get small vouchers, right? इसके लिए vouchers मिलते थे for recharging your phones and all scratch vouchers. Yes, वैसे ही voucher ये होगा, but इसका कुछ तरीका अलग होगा, ठीक है? How and why this is e-voucher is coming, we will tell. So what is here? Here is an interface, right? So for example, this is a government. ठीक है, this is a government. Basically this is a government. These are you all people, these are we people, or these are we citizens. Okay, now what government will do instead, now they will send this e-voucher, or they will send this e-rupee ka voucher to you. They will also send e-Rupika voucher to the service you are buying. To the service you are buying, right? So here is the same voucher that is going, right? Same voucher that is going. Now this voucher can be an SMS card, और आपका अगर phone ऐसा हो कि if you have a digital phone, you will have a QR code, right? Now you will go back, you will walk to the service. For example, the service may be anything. The service may be anything. It can be राशन का दुकान, right? It can be राशन का shop, or it can be any midday meal ka scheme. Or for example, if a government is saying that this is a COVID situation, many of the people are suffering, many of them are not getting out of their home, they are not able to earn, they are not able to get their food, वो किराना नहीं भर सकते, वो खाना नहीं खरीद सकते. So what government does? Government बोलता है कि चलो हम आपको हमारे तरफ से क्या करेंगे, खाना प्रोवाइड करेंगे. But how to eat this food? Are they sending us money, or will they send us directly food? So what they will say कि we will give a contract to this person, okay, to this service person, and you people will eat this khana from here. But how? So government will send a QR code to you. ठीक है, it may be amounting anything. It may be amounting 5 rupees का QR code. It may be amounting what? No, Priya?
So you said it will be like money will be there, like how it will. So it is a cashless. Okay.
Achha.
Directly you will show the voucher.
You were just responding basically.
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, responding to the question. Okay. हाँ, तो basically what I was telling is service may be anything, right? Service may be anything. So QR code, I am getting the QR code, or I will get an SMS. So I will go to that person, to the service where the delivery is to be done. I will show him that, see, I have the QR code, and he will say, come on, match with this. So if the service is getting matched, if the voucher is getting matched, so that particular service will be delivered to me. Understood? बहुत सिंपल है, ठीक है, इट्स वेरी सिंपल. Understood everyone? See, if this is the service, if I am now if this is the service, now this service can be anything. This service can be whatever the government provides. For example, LPG के cylinder पे government is providing subsidy. Now how is the subsidy provided in today's India? Right? You tell me, how is the subsidy provided for take anything? अच्छा, now let us go back again. Subsidy किन किन चीजों के लिए इंडिया में अवेलेबल है? Tell me what kind of subsidy is available. LPG के लिए सब्सिडी है. So where is Elizabeth, Janvi, Kanchi, Shubhra? Why aren't you responding? Everyone should yes. We have subsidy for ration, right? We have subsidy for fertilizers, right? We have petroleum. कौन सी सब्सिडी है पेट्रोलियम पे? केरोसिन you are talking about? चलो MSP है, right? MSP है, PDS है, PDS, right? PDS system, yes. So now what? Yes. So whatever the service are, right? So whatever, and also that government, state government, many of the state government from time to time बोलते हैं कि हमारे यहाँ पे 5 रुपए में खाना सबको मिलेगा, लेकिन वो 5 रुपए कैसे आते हैं अभी? How are the subsidies being transferred in today's India? Tell me. कैसे ट्रांसफर होता है? सी पहले तो ऐसा होता था कि they used to have to go to the bank, they used to go to the service center, and वहां पे बताना पड़ता कि we are getting this subsidy, my name is there in this, right? But then what happened? There was a problem in that also कि ये जो middle person है, ये जो सर्विस पॉइंट पे जो पीपल है, the people who are involved in it, they are eating all the money, right? The beneficiaries are not getting targeted, right? द बेनिफिशियरीज का प्रॉब्लम था कि दे कि सर्विस तो जाती थी लेकिन सर्विस जो मिलती थी वहां से सब कुछ गायब हो जाता था, राइट? दे यूज्ड टू ऑल गेट इनविजिबल, राइट? इनविजिबल हो जाता था, and the service, the beneficiaries weren't getting the services. So यहाँ पे to remove this service, what did the government said? कि for example A is the service point from where you are getting the service and B is the beneficiary. So B जाते हैं A के पास लेकिन A बोलता है कि हमने आपको तो दे दी. So no accountability. So government क्या करती थी, पहले इनको सब्सिडी देती थी कि हम आपको प्रोवाइड करेंगे, आप आगे सब्सिडी प्रोवाइड करो. नाउ टू रिमूव दिस, व्हाट गवर्नमेंट डिड वाज कि इनको ही पैसे प्रोवाइड करते थे, राइट? सो दैट वाज DBT. Now what is DBT? Yes, what is DBT? It's, can you repeat with this point, sir? Sir, we get subsidies while opening factories also. Arey, that is a very different point. That is a very different point. Okay, can you repeat this point, sir? Which point, Elizabeth, are you talking about? Achha, the point of A and B. Okay. How? See, first the government, what they used to do, for example, A is the service point at which the service are getting delivered to B. Now first what they used to do, they used to tell this A that we will give you the subsidy amount and you pay them at the lesser cost, right? But what they used to take all the money, for example 200 rupees from this, right? And what they were telling, you give it at 100 rupees and we will provide you 100 rupees, government. But what this A used to do, A is to tell that I have given all the 200 rupees, but they used to sell it to different person at 200. So he used to get double benefits. A used to get double benefits, right? So here was the problem, that beneficiaries are not getting the subsidy and beneficiaries are not even getting the service. Two issues. Now to remove this problem, what did the government did? They directly now started sending money to this person A. That is the direct benefit transfer, right? They started the direct benefit transfer. Now what was happening? Ki A used to get all the items or A used to get all the service, okay, at which the service are to be delivered. For example, you can take the example of the ration PDS system, right? And we are the beneficiaries. But what was the point that was coming up? Ki B is not utilizing the amount for the purpose he is getting. Understood? For example, if B comes to the government and B says that, sir, I am not getting the subsidy for getting my rice from the ration card. You please send me money, right? So government is like, yes, I will send the money directly to you. For example, some 5,000 rupees are now sent to the person B, right? And he is told to utilize this in the to take ration from the PDS system. But B क्या करता है? B is not using that for taking ration. He is utilizing, is keeping that amount, he is saving that amount and utilizing to buy some, iPhone or something, right? Basically, it is divergence of service amount. Okay? What was happening here? Divergence of service or the amount that was given to that particular individual to buy a specific thing. So that specific elements were not targeted. So to remove this, to remove these flaws, we have e-rupee. Now what does e-rupee does? E-rupee, what government will tell, कि A will have a QR code, okay? QR code A के पास होगा, government will send a QR code. Government will tell A that we are giving you this code, and whosoever person comes to you with this code, you will give this service You will give the element or the item to only that particular person. For example, राशन के लिए B आता है गवर्नमेंट के पास, so government will directly tell this person कि you will get an SMS every month or you will get a QR code every month, and in this QR what will be written कि he will get 5 kgs of rice, 3 kgs of wheat, 2 kgs of 2 kgs of pulses. Okay, so this will be something that is very specific. Now he will go to the ration shop and he will show this QR code. He will show this QR code, and then A will give the specific amount, specific elements, whatever is there in the QR code. Understood? Now, this is not only just restricted to the service of ration card. What are the different services? So it can be used for n number of elements. For example, government is saying that ki what we are doing, we will give a 2 lakh ka insurance, 2 lakh का इंश्योरेंस ऑन द गवर्नमेंट एट द गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल्स, है ना, कि आप 2 लाख तक का खर्चा जो है गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल्स में अगर होता है, सो यू कैन कवर दैट मच ऑफ कॉस्ट व्हाटएवर द गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल्स में है, उतना 2 लाख तक कवर कर सकते हो. सो व्हाट विल हैपन, वी विल इंडल्ज, सो a person B will get a QR code which will be used only at a government hospital, right, which will be used at the government hospital. ठीक है, right? Understanding? Are you getting the point? Yes, I guess e-rupee का is very useful. ठीक है, it's very useful. Now again we can take many examples. For example, if see there are few people, right? So this is a person name is Abdali. ठीक है, he is Abdali, Mr. Abdali. So Abdali wants, right? So Abdali wants to take, so he is very poor. ठीक है, Abdali poor था? Was Abdali poor? No, he was poor. Yes, he was poor. That is why he raided. है ना, उन्होंने, that is why he raided India so many number of times. ठीक है, but he was वैसे very powerful. ठीक है, so basically he is poor. Now he wants to take admission in this school. ठीक है, he wants to take admission in this college. ठीक है, ये college है. So this college, right? So government says that you take admission in any of the college, what we will do, we will give you scholarship. Now scholarship का amount, first what they used to do, they used to send to this person का खाता, है ना, this is खाता book. You know खाता book? खाता book is an app. So this is khata. So this khata, that is bank account, they used to send this. I mean, so but Abdali, you know, Abdali used to earn also something, and Abdali utilized this amount to do, you know, फिर इन्होंने जिम लगाया, फिर he used to go to pubs and all. So ऐसे खर्चा करते थे ये वाला amount. But now what government is said, I will not send you amount, I will send you an SMS, and I will also send an SMS to who? This college. To all the college. और ये SMS कितने का होगा? Maybe 2 lakhs, right? Or maybe 3 lakhs, whatever. ठीक है? So this person should go to this college only, and if he is showing over here, he will get this admission there. He will get the scholarship का prize over there. Understanding? So now you tell me, what are the things you have understood, right? What benefits can be done by this, right? Yes. Before that, so how this service works, right? How this service works? So this works without any internet. ठीक है, अभी आप बोलोगे कि इंटरनेट के बिना, so we do not require internet. हमारे पास तो ऑलरेडी QR का कोड होगा. That the person who is at the service point, that should have the internet connection. ठीक है, internet connection. So yes, so this is about the e-rupee. What is e-rupee? We have also taken into consideration as to who have built this. So it was NPCI. Now what is NPCI? What is NPCI? A question was there in the UPSC, National Payment Corporation of India, right? So basically, National Payments Corporation of India, right? National Payments Corporation of India, that is the one which has developed this, right? In collaboration with Department of Financial Services, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, and National Health Authority, the NPC, which links all ATMs in India. Yes, NPCI developed the one-time payment mechanism on its UPI interface platform, right? I hope everybody is understanding the concept. Okay, wo jo, see, I will give you the PDF, I will give you the notes, I will everywhere you can get the content, but understand the concepts over here. Okay, as to why this is happening. Yes, I hope you are understanding the concept, and it is very nice. Like I really like the idea over here. ये रूपी का आइडिया सच में बहुत अच्छा है. From my perspective, obviously there may be flaws, there may be any n number of things that can be improved on this, but this is a very nice method, because in the future if you want to go to cashless services, है ना, कैशलेस सर्विसेज अगर आपको मूव करना है, इवन इफ यू वांट टू एटीएम लेस, अगर एटीएम लेस अगर ये हो तो अच्छा है, राइट? सो बट now we have seen ki what is this, who have built it, and is it first time that is happening in any country? The answer is no, because many countries including the US, Colombia, Chile, Sweden, Hong Kong, and others are already implementing this voucher system, right? This voucher system is already being in use, right? So guess what this will do? This will connect service sponsors with beneficiaries and service providers in a digital mode, eliminating the need for a physical interface, right? Yes. Now what this will do, right? So what are the benefits? You tell me. What do you understand? अभी तक जितना भी हमने पोर्शन समझा है, now answer my question. ठीक है? Instead of you telling one thing, I again commenting on this, I will raise few questions in front of you, and what you would do, what you should do is think on that. So now tell me कि जो DBT से whatever the flaws we were getting through DBT say one of the flaws was your money was getting utilized in a very different way, right? So it was we cannot say misuse, it was divergence of amount. ठीक है? देखो misuse ऐसा नहीं होता कि it is always getting misused. You can say there was divergence. For example, the DBT or subsidy is always given to the targeted ones, right? मतलब जो बिलो पॉवर्टी लाइन होता है या फिर the one who are in the subsidy zone, right? सब्सिडी के ग्रुप में जो है उनको होता है, so they are in the need, जिनको नीड होती है वही लोग हैं, right? Yes, there may be some irritants over there also, but जो लोग हैं वो तो उनका अलग जगह इस्तेमाल करना is not misuse, it's divergence, right? So will the divergence stop by making use of this interface, that is e-rupee? Yes, yes, it can stop, right? Yes, it can be stopped. So what this will do is this will have a specific purpose, right? So this will have a specific purpose, isn't it? Won't it have a specific purpose कि एक QR कोड एक ही स्पेसिफिक कोड, एक QR कोड एक ही स्पेसिफिक पर्पस के लिए बनेगा, right? So this can be used only, for example, an education के लिए जो QR कोड बना है, that will be only used for education purpose. They cannot be used for other purpose, right? As we can use the money.
So
Yes.
So we can also say the person who is issuing the voucher, they can also track the where the voucher is utilized, sir.
How?
Like a tracking system, so you can track that voucher to
Yes.
where he is or she is utilizing
Yes,
the.
very nice, very good observation. Uh, it means what you are trying to say, what I understand by your sentence, it means that agar if the shopkeeper has the shopkeeper or the service delivery A has 4 vouchers, right? And if I am supposing that these 4 people who are about to use these 4 vouchers, they are getting the vouchers. If 1 and 2 have been used, right? And 2 are not using. So we can identify this that yes, the voucher were sent to them and they have not utilized. Very nice. Yes. Yes, so we can, if the data analysis is done afterwards, right, on this purpose, so this data can be utilized in a very nice way, right? Yes. What did she ask? See, what did she ask? She did not ask anything. She just commented on the, in addition to what I was telling, that this method can be used to target specific purpose, say specific people also, right? For example, yes. For example, if 4 people are getting the voucher and if 2 are only used, so we can identify the 2 person and we can think about that. Why are they not using it, right? Yes. So now you tell me. So ये तो हो गया कि हमारे जो which can be used for a specific purpose. Now you think on the idea that can this, right? Can in future for any contract that is to be given, can this QR code be utilized in the same way? Yes. What it will do? Will it reduce the corruption ka element in the future? Yes. To some extent. Why to some extent? Why not fully? How can this QR code be misused then? Right? If, for example, if this is a district collector, if this is a district, right? And in the district, this is a district collector and he has to give work in specific areas, like for example, PWD, right? PWD, he has to give work to road, see this year, road construction, building construction, then environment का के लिए, then social security. In this social security, providing meals, providing ration, right? Then you have education. ऐसे अलग अलग काम है. I am just giving you an example. And for giving this road का contract, ठीक है? If the estimation cost is around 200 crores, ठीक है, of this PWD. So what this district collector or district administration can do, they can send a tweet government कि I want a QR code of 200 crores, right? Because this QR code में कोई limitations नहीं है, ठीक है? There is no limitations or there is no limit on the minimum or maximum amount, ठीक है? चारानी अठन्नी, everything can be there in the QR code. Any SMS can be there in the QR code, ठीक है? So this district administration sends कि I want a 200 crore का उसका हमें क्या चाहिए? What I want is the estimation of QR code is 200 crores, but it will be break in 50, 50, 50, 50 crore, ठीक है? And this 50 will give to road wala, this 50 to P wala. So what this will do is, at least for the construction wala jo part hai, the one which is there in the amount, the targeted amount will be right, but it will not ensure the corruption which is there in the one which is there in the contract and district administration, right? ये वाला करप्शन कैसे भूलेंगे? ये तभी होगा जब सब कुछ, when everything will be on this QR code and SMS system, right? Yes, the corruption element will not will not totally go, but this you can ensure one thing, that the amount which is being transferred for a specific purpose will be utilized for a specific purpose. Yes, अभी और एक चीज आती है कि the quality of the services, this is something you cannot, is not traceable, right? For example, खाना आपने बोल दिया कि I have to get a meal, right? I have to get a meal at that the government is providing meal at 5 rupees at a particular center, right? And so I will get the QR code, the restaurant will get a QR code, I will give, but what kind of quality will be there in making the food? That is not something that can be traced by this QR code, right? So basically, more benefits and less of a problem is one thing which can be used by this. So we are moving into some kind of digital wala system by this e-rupee, right? E-rupee, right? Any question? I hope everybody is understanding this, right? So here you can see that you can utilize the private sector as well as government sector also, right? Private sector as well as government sector also. Any issue, any doubt, anything you want to add on this is welcome. Yes.
So,
Yes.
so these vouchers will be prepared by the banks itself?
Yes, they will be prepared by the banks itself.
Okay.
No, they will not be prepared by the banks. They will ask the NPCI to prepare it. Okay. And yes, very interesting. Yes, nice that you have asked this. See, there are two things, that any service, the one who wants the QR code, right? The one who wants the QR code, they will request the bank. They will request the bank. For example, this is HDFC Bank or this is SBI Bank, right? They will request the bank, please give us some QR code. Now this is will give to NPCI. Now NPCI will make some, maybe three codes. One, it will keep it with itself, and the other two it will send to the one at the service station, and one which is, which is requested by the banks, and other at the main beneficiary. Okay, this will do. Now you will ask me why this three codes, why it will keep one with itself. Tell me. Yes, Lakshay. You are telling that you may keep it for records purpose, कि हाँ भाई इतने इतने QR है one. Again, yes, this is one thing you can add to it, but what is the main issue? Not issue. Actually, I have given the answer. If there is any issue that is arising between any of the code, एक अगर beneficiary जाएगा और वहाँ पे you will scan the QR code, and if there is a problem, right, कि the service वाला अगर बोलता है कि ये तो QR code already utilized है, then how? What will be the issue? That is why NPCI, yes, NPCI अपने पास ही एक कोड रखेगा कि if there is an issue that is arising between the two stakeholders, I will be the one. ठीक है, NPCI बाबा जो है उनके पास सारे सवालों के जवाब होंगे. ठीक है, everything will be answered by NPCI. ठीक है, so this is one of the very good initiatives, I would suppose, but yes, the implementation is one of the issue. Now, why you say that implementation is one of the issue? Numbers, contact numbers. How, sir? As in what? How? How implementation? Yes, implementation is one of the issues. आपका कौन सा नंबर है? एक आदमी के 100 नंबर हो जाते हैं, राइट? हैकिंग का इशू है, mobile numbers gets hacked, right? Yes, Elizabeth. So tell me, what other issues do you face? Are you understanding the concept? See, we would be taking some time in discussing this, but it is very important. Once you understand the concept, that no one in the in the whole world will, you will be able to answer all the questions in a very nice way. Sir, means can we use the same code for other purpose? No, we cannot use the same code for the other purpose. That is the main provision or main principle of EUP. One particular code will be used for a specific purpose. Right? A specific purpose is there for a particular code, right? Certainly, okay. ठीक है, one time code, हाँ one time password की तरह है ये, or it doesn't take any much time. ठीक है, within seconds only such kind of QR codes are created. So if you think that इतने लाखों करोड़ों so many codes are created, what, see, data is something we have been working on. So data storage, data localization, data capturing, data storage, it's not an issue. We have been developing this system. Mobile phone access, yes, mobile phones, phone numbers are the challenge, not the mobile, because you get a lot of hacking wala issues that are coming up. Also many at times people are not aware of this scheme. Okay, so awareness is something that is not there, because it may be कि services आपके पास आ रहे हैं, right? The services are going to the service delivery station, but if people around are not getting the amount in their if the DBT is now over, if they are not getting the amount in their pocket or in their bank account, they will not understand as to how they will use this EUP, right? So that is one of the issues. Yes, cyber security is also one. Very, very nice. Yes, Janvi?
I actually meant that point in that way, that there are a lot of people who don't actually even own a phone, right? So there's no provision for that. Well, like,
they own a phone. See, they can own a phone, but cyber security and awareness is one thing. Yes, anything? Understood? Any issue? Any sir, how to get code with no internet with this? SMS service. You will get it through SMS. Yes. So we have covered, I guess, everything regarding e-rupee. Okay. Any issue, any further thing that you want to ask? I guess we have covered everything. Okay. Where it will be used, how it will be used, what are the weaknesses? See, from the UPSC exam perspective, okay, even if this question is asked in your prelims, in your main examination, you should be able to answer this now. Okay. Understood? चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. See, I do not want any of you कि सर मुझे ये कॉन्सेप्ट समझ में नहीं आया. कॉन्सेप्ट समझ में नहीं आया तो पूछो, ठीक है, झगड़ो. This is your rights. So, ठीक है, everyone चलो. Now let us move on to our next very important topic, that is the sub-tribes of the Halam. Sub-tribes of the Halam. Now there was a clash between various tribes in the zone of, see this, can you see this? So which is the how many states are there? Sikkim, Assam, Meghalaya, Arunachal, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, right? You should remember these states, northeast states, right? Seven sisters, right? Now if you take, see, from the very historical perspective, there has always been many issues arising from this northeastern states, right? What are the issues? एक तो होता है कि these tribes, they are not getting autonomy. ठीक है, they wanted to have an autonomy of their own. Now why do they want, see हम लोग सब कुछ डिस्कस करेंगे, ठीक है, it is not something a very current वाला न्यूज ऐसे, ठीक है, this question has been from the very past, from 19th century, the border issues. हाँ, पहले तो ये tribes का autonomy है, right? Tribes का autonomy. Every tribe in this wants some autonomy. Have we given them some kind of autonomy in the past region? Yes, there are constitutional provisions, right? If you go towards the tribal autonomous districts, right? Tribal autonomous districts, unke councils, and no interferences by the state government. Again, governor will be the one who are looking afterwards. There are also some districts which are looked by the center directly, right? They are in the contact of center, right? Then the second part comes is the border issue. Border issue किसका? इन दोनों का आपस में साथ, ये इनका इंटरनेशनल, right? So the issue is regarding internal borders. Now why they are internal borders का issue again and again? Because this pre-independence के जो treaties हैं, they are not very much in they are not followed properly, one, and many of the state they say that they are pre-independence treaty, हम लोग तो नहीं थे, so you do something very nice. So this is one thing. Second thing, border issues arise होते हैं because these borders are not very stable. Why not stable? Because एक तो पानी चलते रहता है in a way of river water and some forest, right? Natural borders are there. Forest is there. There is something called as hills, right? There are hills. So see, we are first एक जनरल पिक्चर बना लेते हैं, फिर आगे की मूवी देखेंगे हम, राइट? पहले वो होता है ना कि इंट्रोडक्शन, सम इंट्रोडक्शन रिगार्डिंग नॉर्थ ईस्ट के व्हाट आर, क्या हो रहा है, कहना क्या चाहते हो, that वाला एलिमेंट फर्स्ट वी विल do. So these are border issues. And third one is कि see, autonomy is regarding connectivity, तो ठीक है, that is also one of the issues. Third one is who are the ones who get the rights over here. So rights of a particular rights, not regarding autonomy. Autonomy is कि हमें अच्छे से जीने दो, और rights of tribals की at least जीने दो. So basically this is regarding clashes of tribes, है ना, कि इस पर्टिकुलर रीजन में कि नहीं, दिस इज माय प्लेस, दिस इज माय जोन, मेरी बैटिंग पहले, मेरी बॉलिंग पहले, मेरी बैटिंग पहले, मेरी बैटिंग, ठीक है. सो दिस इज द रिलेटेड टू क्लैश ऑफ सर्टेन ट्राइब्स रिगार्डिंग अ पर्टिकुलर प्लेस, ठीक है. देन अगेन यू हैव अदर इश्यूज कंसर्निंग दैट की इकोनॉमिकल इशू में the interference of other people into the forest area, उसी के लिए आता है ILP. What is ILP? It is inner line permit, right? Inner line permit. What is inner line permit? That if you want to enter in a particular state, and if that state is having an inner line permit, so you'll have to have the document. It's like a visa to that particular state, ठीक है, कि इतने दिन तक आप इसमें ट्रैवल करोगे, आपकी आइडेंटिटी ये है, and after this again you can renew your inner line permit, ठीक है. Where do we get this inner line? This is provided by the state government. Now where do we get this? It is available at various stations. Various stations are there, so getting inner line permit is not an issue. But yes, the amount they charge is one thing that is a very much of issue, right? And many of the tourists, they find it very difficult to have it, like कि previously आपको निकालना पड़ता है, right? या फिर आप specific date के लिए निकालते हो तो it get cancelled also, right, at times. So inner line permit is one of the issues You can say yes, it is an issue only कि कुछ स्टेट ने हटा दिया है, कुछ स्टेट चाहते हैं अभी भी लगाओ, right? Inner line permit. Now why this inner line permit was there? Because they wanted to put a restriction on the foreign players. Now who were the foreign players? Anyone outside the state is foreign for them. Yes, to protect the habitat. Yes, to protect the habitat. Another issue was regarding interference in their social affairs. इसके लिए क्या किया गवर्नमेंट ने? They signed various accord, they signed various agreement, right, with each of them. They also gave constitutional provisions. Now what are the constitutional provisions? For example, 371 में कि नागालैंड है, right, कि नागास can have their own laws, कि अभी खुद का laws है, इंडियन law जो है उनके लिए अप्लाई नहीं होगा. State assembly can make a decision regarding कि customary laws क्या हो सकते हैं, religion कैसे हो सकता है, right? So these are the autonomy that has given to have an impact on the social life of these people. ठीक है? So this is the overall picture of Northeast that I was about to tell you. Now अभी current में why this is in so much of news? So why this is so much of news? Because यहाँ पे what happened in northeastern states was there was a clash between many of the tribes. ठीक है, many of the tribes. Now one thing कि why this is important for our exam. For our exam, ठीक है, ऐसे तो societal perspective it is very important. As a citizen of Indian nation, it is very important. बट हमारे लिए इतना इम्पोर्टेंस क्यों हो जाता है? क्योंकि प्रीलिम्स में इससे रिलेटेड यू कैन गेट अ क्वेश्चन, ठीक है, रिगार्डिंग ट्राइब्स कौन से थे, वेयर इज देयर लोकेशन, रिगार्डिंग द बॉर्डर्स ऑफ ईच स्टेट एंड टू व्हिच स्टेट इट इज कनेक्टेड. ठीक है, can you tell me without seeing as to how many state does Arunachal have a border with? Okay. And Assam? अच्छा, अरुणाचल का 2 है, राइट? Assam 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Is it the highest number of state that a state has a border within India? Yes. How many? So if you take the highest, I guess Madhya Pradesh would be the one which can challenge this, right? लेकिन मध्य प्रदेश के हैं कितने? Anyone? How many state does Madhya Pradesh have a border with? 6, I guess. राजस्थान होगा, महाराष्ट्र होगा, छत्तीसगढ़, बिहार, यूपी 5. So does Assam, Bihar it doesn't, okay. Does Assam becomes the state with highest number of bordering state? देखो ये वाला सवाल भी हमारा यहाँ से कवर हो गया. वेरी नाइस, कहो थैंक यू सर. So yes, so we are you getting the concept? So like once you are into a particular topic, do go into very deep of that and give your time so that the concepts regarding that topic is getting clear, right? So Assam over here now, where were we? Yeah, so now what happened over there? What happened? So people from the Halam subtribe now who fled to Assam after confrontation with the Bru refugees in North Tripura have returned to Tripura, right? Basically what it tries to say that पहले यहाँ पे, can you see this? Wait, yeah, can you see this Tripura? So the Halam tribe first, they were here, right? Now they had a conflict with the Bru tribe over here, right? So Bruce, so they had a conflict with the Bruce over here. अब यहाँ से भाग के वो आसाम में जाते हैं, right? Now what happened in Assam then? Now they are returning back, right? Now they are returning back. They were returning back to Tripura, right? So what we have to do over here, we have to understand regarding this Halam tribe as well as the Bru tribes. ठीक है, because ये Bru tribes के बारे में, conflict के बारे में we have been hearing from since very long time. Why? Because these Brus are also they have also been transferred to Tripura, right? They also arrived in Tripura in 1997. Why? Because in Mizoram, when they were there, when these Bru tribes were there in Mizoram, they also had these ethnic conflicts, right? Ethnic conflicts, and now they were settled in Tripura. अभी त्रिपुरा में उनका जो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट है वो किससे स्टार्ट होता है तब? with the Halam tribes. Now Halam tribes also flee to Assam. अभी Halam tribes का वहां पे भी conflict होता है. So now they are coming back to again the Tripura. ठीक है, understood कि त्रिपुरा में कि first मिजोरम में कौन थे? Bru tribes, right? So Bru tribes, they come to Tripura. Government is giving them some kind of protection over there. They are telling कि हम लोग क्या करते हैं कि कुछ 6 type of clans बनाते हैं. So we will have what it is, 6 relief camps. Relief camp, we will make some relief camp. Okay, so if this is Tripura, so here in the northern district 6 relief camps were made, right? In this Bru, it was told that ki Brus now will be staying here now, but they are coming into conflict with the Halam tribes, sub Halam tribes, right? Now they are going to Assam. Halam is going to Assam after conflict. Again वहां पे भी conflict start होता है. There also they get the conflict, and again now these are returning over here. Now Brus are getting again contentious कि नहीं यार ये कैसे हो सकता है, आप वापस कैसे आ सकते हो, this is our land. So this ethnic conflict, what do you understand by ethnic conflict? जो ethnic के ऊपर से ये है, which is not related to caste per se, but ethnicity पे जो conflicts होते हैं that. ठीक है, now we will read about sub tribes of the Halam, right? So what are this? So what are this? Basically these are Tibeto-Burmese ethnic group. ठीक है, they are Tibeto-Burmese ethnic groups, also called as the Koki-Chin tribes. ठीक है, and so their language वो होता है वो Tibeto-Burmese language है. What is Tibeto-Burmese? कि the one which are थोड़ा hybrid of Tibet and Burmese, right? इसका ही होता है. They are also known as Mila Kuki, right? Mila Kuki. So Mila Kuki, right? Kuki Chin tribes, they are the one, and they belong to the Tibeto-Burmese group. Tibeto-Burmese group. Now अगर हम उनके सब क्लास देखें हलम के, so बहुत सारे हैं. We do not have to go into that, right? And their population amounts to around 60,000. ठीक है, 60,000 के आसपास population. So you see that their population is ऐसे भी नहीं कि lakhs and crores में है, right? So they have to be preserved. So there this, yes, Elizabeth, any doubt? Okay. So you see that, so what are we doing? We are studying the Halam tribes के बारे में, ठीक है? Halam tribe, and so the population is not so much कि है ना कि कुछ लोग so that is why to protect the ethnicity of this tribe, to protect the traditionality of this tribe, they have to be preserved, they have to be given protection, right? And what are the habitat of them? So they live in Thonghar. What is Thonghar? Yes, anybody has seen Thonghars? Anybody have seen the Thonghars anytime? Thonghar किसने देखा है? कब कहाँ देखा है? So it is not that कि बस हलम्स ही थोंगर में रहते हैं. Yes, that is known as थोंगर, but the similar type of structure are done by many of the tribes living in the northeast also, right? Living in northeast also, and such things you can see even in Western Ghats at certain places. Why? Because bamboo is the main element of this thongar. क्या होता है? Bamboos. Right, so the halams live in the traditional thongar, right? Bamboos के बने होते हैं, and chan grass, right? A type of grass you can see यहाँ पे. And what is the activation? That is the chhum farming. What do you mean by chhum cultivation? What do you understand by chhum cultivation? Yes, shifting cultivation. Oh, nahi. Yes, it is known as shifting cultivation. That is known as shifting cultivation. The jhum cultivation in India, it is known by different names in different southeast countries. ठीक है, साउथ एशियन कंट्रीज में अलग अलग नाम से. लानोस, यू हैव लाओस, कंबोडिया, इधर उधर जाओगे तो अलग अलग नाम से अलग अलग they are known. Slash and burn. यहाँ जाके वहाँ पे you go to a certain place, then you have some kind of vegetation over there, the crops are grown over there, then after that is being fertile, you grow there and you burn everything, then you move to other place. So jhum cultivation, you give time to improve that fertility, right? So this is jhum cultivation. Even if you read 6th standard NCERT, you will understand regarding the jhum cultivation, right? So this is regarding the halam tribes. I hope you have understood the details about this halam tribe. Now we come to the Bru tribes. What the Bru refugee, now what they are called as refugees, because they fled from the part of Mizoram. Okay, so Bru or Riang, right, is the Indian ethnic group that lives primarily in Tripura, Mizoram, and Assam. So if you take this place at the center head, Tripura, Mizoram, and Assam. So which is the confluence place? So this part. Okay, this part is the one where they are concentrated. Who? The Bru. Now, is the so big a part that these Brus are living? The answer is no. Because why? Because they are particularly vulnerable tribal group in Tripura. Now, what do you understand with that? It's a homework. Okay, कि PV particularly vulnerable tribe group. Okay, what are they? You have, this is the homework. What are they? What are they? Which state has the largest PVTG group? Is it Odisha, or is it Andhra Pradesh, or is it Assam, or is it Tripura? Which is the state with more PVTG groups, right? That is particularly vulnerable tribal groups. It's Odisha, I guess. Okay, Odisha है शायद ये. The answer is Odisha only. Yes. Okay, so you read about this. Okay, you will get information about everything. But I want you to read regarding this PVTG. Very important. You also had a question in UPSC preliminary examination regarding this PVTG. ठीक है, PVTG के बारे में already there was a question in UPSC that maybe there may be a question. One thing you have to do is, who is the authority to decide that is it particularly vulnerable tribal group, and what are the criteria to determine a group or tribal group as particularly vulnerable, and why are they known as particularly vulnerable? So this is your homework, right? Now what was happening over there to this Bru and Riang group, this tribal group? Now if you go to this Mizoram, okay, so this Mizoram, so in this group, in this part, so in this part of Mizoram, right, Aizawl ke baaju mein Kulasip, Mamit, and yeah, so here this Mizorams, this Mizos, they did not recognize this Brus. Brus Mizo ke hai? The answer was no. The Mizos, they told that this Bruce cannot have a settlement in Mizoram. That is why they attack this non-Mizos. That is the Bruce, in their words, that you are not part of the Mizos, so you are outsiders for us. You do not have a place in Mizoram. You go and shift somewhere there, right? So there was an ethnic conflict by the Mizorams, indigenous people of Mizorams, right? So, so now, what have the government done over there, right? So, government found that Tripura is the best place where this Mizorams can, brews can be shifted, or they can be resettled over there. So, nearly 40,000 brews जो है, they were now in a relief camp in Tripura, right? So, Damchira is the final village in Tripura before the state border with Mizoram, right? Yeah. So, if you see here, yes, here was the refugee camp. So, this is Tripura, right? This is Tripura. So, refugee camp was put in Tripura and they were now settled over there. Okay? They were settled over there. फिर उसके बाद did government make any effort to have a conversation with this Bruce? Yes. Many agreements were there. Between the government of Mizoram, the Tripura, and representatives of this brew organizations. Right? For there कि अगर कोई settled होता है, so what we will do कि your entire cost जितना भी आपको settlement का लगता है त्रिपुरा में, we will do over there. Now, refugee family will also be paid some fixed amount, कुछ stipend भी दे देंगे हम. Now, the question is, why government is telling someone to settle at a place which is not their own? And why government is not fighting against these Mizos? Tell me, anyone? कि Mizo who are telling this non-Mizo to go out, why are they not telling Mizo को ही कि तुम शांत रहो? Yes? I want an answer from you all. Please do tell me. As I told, this is a two-way class. This is not a lecture I am giving. This is a communication. Yes, tell me why government has not taken an action कि यार आप इतना violence कर रहे हो, आप उनको भगा रहे हो, आप क्यों नहीं शांत रहते? Why has government not told this? Yes, Janvi, Elizabeth, Kanchi, anything, Laksh? Because यार आप आंसर नहीं करते हो. Yes.
So is it because they are autonomous as claimed in the articles also, in the constitution also? They have their autonomy in that area.
But autonomy करने के लिए, autonomy intact करने के लिए, you cannot, undermine the conflict that is there, undermine the violence over there. See, government is not such कि आप violence कर रहे हो तो they are arresting the people who are doing violence activity, but yes, to avoid further confrontation. Yes, very nice. To avoid a further confrontation, they are doing this. Further confrontation, they are doing this, right? Because they have from the starting also, yes, Priya, as you told, कि थोड़ा autonomy भी है, and in that agreements they have understood to recognize the rights of these Mizos, right? Mizos, कि Mizo के rights है कुछ. Let us. So basically, it's an accommodative, assimilative policy. कि assimilate भी करो, accommodate भी करो, right? So these are two words which are very important from this northeast के perspective से, ठीक है? कि northeast region में जो भी whatever the issues are there, how to approach them. So it is said that कि you apply your heart and you also apply your mind over there. So heart and mind should be the one which after which your policy should determine something which is related to northeast issues. So accommodative भी होने चाहिए, assimilative भी होने चाहिए, ठीक है? So understood this point? So if you go to future, ठीक है, if you go कि further ऐसे conflicts, if you do not want this further conflicts with this, because see, if you go towards northeast region, here you see Bodoland issue that is arising, right? Bodoland is saying कि we want a separate state, give us a separate state. You have a greater Nagalism issue. What is greater Nagalism? कि they say that Arunachal का कुछ part, Assam का कुछ part and Manipur का कुछ part, these are something which makes a total Naga, right? This makes a Nagalism. We want this to be a whole one entity, right? So what are the ways in which Article 244, what is Article 244?
So for the Bodoland Territorial Council, like provided the more autonomy.
Acha, more autonomy basically. So yes. So what are the different ways in which we can accommodate these things? One is कि आप constitutional provisions दो, right? Make them a little autonomy, give them some autonomy, and autonomy in way which they can internally rule कर सकते हैं. They can make their own laws or something, right? And how can the border issue be resolved? Because this is not something, border issue is one thing, right? We have seen that the Assam Mizoram border issue is also getting intense, right? Assam and Mizoram ka jo border issues hai, that is also getting intense, right? So you see over here this Lilapur, right? The one on the border issues, and this is Mizoram, right? This is Mizoram. This is Mizoram and this is Manipur, right? Just wait. Yeah, so Mizoram, Manipur border you can see in Assam. So Assam, Mizoram jo border hai, that is facing a lot of issues. So is this issue very new or something? Is this issue very new? This border ka issue? No. See, if you go back to 1870s, this issue was there कि उन्होंने अपने आप को during the British time, British also came and British, they started interfering into the internal affairs of the Indian princely states as well as others, right? So they divided this tribal uprising, yes. So here ये वाला जो area है, this is also known for एक तो tribal uprisings भी and also tribal conflicts and also regarding the border issue. अभी state government भी शांत नहीं बैठ रहे हैं, right? So what is the issue over there? And is it new? The answer is no. If you go to last October, right? They clashed between each other over this issue only, right? कि ये हमारी border है, वो हमारी border है, right? Because see, when you live on the border, it becomes very critical, right? The issue becomes very critical कि हम किसे tax भरें, right? So who should we pay the tax? Which is the language that is to be used? So it becomes very delicate, right? Now here also कि Lilapur residents of Lilapur village in Assam Chachar district, clashed with the residents of कोलासिब डिस्ट्रिक्ट ऑफ मिजोरम, ठीक है? सो ये कोलासिब जो डिस्ट्रिक्ट है, ठीक है, दिस इज द कोलासिब डिस्ट्रिक्ट. यहाँ के जो विलेज है वेरेंटी, सो दिस पीपल क्लैश्ड विद द लीलापुर पीपल, राइट? नाउ व्हाट सेम इशू वाज दैट की बॉर्डर डिस्प्यूट, राइट? कि मिजोरम से दैट सम टेरिटरी बिलोंग्स टू अस, आसाम बोलता है कि वो टेरिटरी हम पे बिलोंग करती है. लेकिन ये होता कब है कि सो मिजोरम वाज कार्व्ड आउट ऑफ आसाम एज यूनियन टेरिटरी इन 72 and it became state by 1987, right? तो बॉर्डर बहुत लंबी नहीं है, but everyone is arguing that the area belongs to us, right? Area belongs to us. Now which are the area for which they are playing here, right? So first in 1875, right? 1875 में British passed a notification, basically notification that the Lushai hills from the plains of Chachar, ठीक है. And second notification that demarcates a boundary between Shushani and Manipur. And you see that the so we don't have time to go towards this. ठीक है. Now what is the present claim over here? ठीक है. So present Mizoram claim that the land is theirs is based on a 1875 notification which came from the Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation. Right? Assam on the other hand claim that the land is there. और वो कब का रिस्पॉन्स देते हैं? They gave the कि 1933 में the government passed a resolution and by that notification that the state government that demarcate that Lushai Hills is there. Okay, so this is the issue that is going on, and currently government is bringing all the governments on a single front to resolve this issue. Okay. Now, yes, we will cover this Project Bold. Have you heard about this Project Bold? Yes, it is related to bamboo. So BOLD stands for Bamboo Oasis on lands in drought to boost the tribal income and bamboo-based economy in Rajasthan, right? और किसने launch किया था ये KVIC. Now, what is KVIC? That you have to keep in mind. Is it a statutory body or is it a government body, right? Do find about this, right? So it was launched by Khadi Industries, right? So Khadi and Village Industries is the one who has launched this project, right? So BOLD. Now, why this? What is this project BOLD? Anyone?
So like a bamboo, they will grow a bamboo where there will be a drought-prone areas, and by using that bamboo, they further sell that bamboo because in that area, the another we can say crop, they are not to some extent viable in that area. So that's why the production of bamboo will be there, and they will further sell that bamboo and have that profit. So.
Sure. Okay. See, the plan is in this arid region. To make one storage of water and to reduce evaporation. ठीक है कि evaporation जो होता है reduce करना. Now there are many other ways, but they found that after research that the अगर हम लोग bamboos is we are about to desertification. Reduce desertification. So this arid region, if we are planting this bamboos, we will also get this element कि storage भी होगा, evaporation होगा, also livelihood का एक one of the source will be increased, right? And so this project bamboo was used, right? So reducing desertification, providing livelihood, multidisciplinary rural industry को support मिलना, right? This is something that the project BOLD is focused on. ठीक है? बस simple है project BOLD. That the idea and also that bamboo जो है that replicates itself very fast. ठीक है? The growth is very fast. ठीक है? I hope this is understood by you all. Yes. So yes, so this is regarding the current affairs. Itana topics we have covered. Any doubts regarding that? Any doubts? Yes, you also read regarding the regarding bamboo. Is bamboo a tree or a plant? Yes. So non-tribal area में bamboo has been given some specific recognition, right? Non-tribal area में. So what is that recognition? Do this is your homework, ठीक है? Homework for tomorrow. या फिर homework when we will be discussing in the next lecture. You should be prepared with this. So read the one thing, Forest Acts, right? Read Forest Act. One I will tell you, Forest Act पढ़िए. Read regarding what is the recognition that is given to bamboo in the Forest Act. ठीक है? Can bamboo be cut वैसे ही, or do we require some permission? Do we require some permission? क्योंकि बाकी के trees के लिए तो है, right? So this is very important. This is very critical because 2019 में there was a question on this. Even in 2020 there was a question. ठीक है, very important in preliminary examination. Now once you talk about this project bold, you also have to, so you talk about the how to prevent desertification. Now in India and also in the at the international illegal bamboo cutting. Okay, you're talking about illegal bamboo cutting. So yeah, so to prevent desertification, we have an international convention that is there. International convention. What is that international convention? That is United Nations Convention, UNCCD, Convention on Climate Change and Desertification, right? So this also you need to study while reading this news, ठीक है? So ये भी आप पढ़ लीजिए, ठीक है? See why I am telling you this, because this is not a one way affair, ठीक है? एक आपने टॉपिक पढ़ लिया करंट अफेयर्स का and you are clear with this, this is not going to help you. ठीक है? This is not going to help you. An overall picture has to be in front of you कि यार UNCCD है. So what is that UNCCD? It is only the international convention which is legally binding, isn't it? Isn't it? Is it legally binding? Yes, it is. It is not legally binding. It is legally binding. है ना? It is legally binding. ठीक है, so this is regarding the current affairs of what we were about to study in this lecture. ठीक है, any doubts, any question is welcome. Yes, anybody? So is it clear to everybody whatever the thoughts today's? Yes, Shubha? Yes, okay. Do write, so we will leave a question, okay? Yes. So write the question that recently the clashes between tribes, between various tribes in India have been on increase, or have been increasing, whatever you have to write, you may use that, have been on increase. This is, or this can be seen as a threat to democratic setup, right? This can be seen as a democratic setup and also to integrity of India, right? Integrity, unity and integrity of India, unity and integrity of India. What steps can be taken? Is it visible? My handwriting is visible. What steps can be taken? Yes, Shubhra? Yes, what step can be taken to avoid such confrontation? See, the question is big, but I guess you have कि मेरे भावनाओं को आप समझ रहे हो, what kind of a track I am able to take you to, because I want you to think on this line and develop something called as an answer. ठीक है? To avoid such confrontation, and to this effect, if there is such confrontation, minimize the damage. ठीक है? Understood? See, you can write that recently the clashes or कहाँ चले गए between various tribes in India have been on increase. You can write this, right? Recently the clashes between the various tribes in India have been on increase. So you can use, see, I will give some hint on answer writing also. So you can use this term to write your introduction. मतलब ये नहीं on the line of this कि yes, recently the sub tribes of Hallam, they have to go back to this. You can write the Bruce and the various Mizo tribes that were in the clash, right? This can be seen as a threat to democratic setup. Now, why you say democratic setup, elections nahi hote hai, right? So everyone has a right, so their rights are not being getting recognized, right? They have the freedom to movement is restricted, right? And also to unity and integrity of India. So these are, then you can write this. What steps can be taken to avoid such confrontation and to minimize the damage? So you can write about the various agreements. You can write about government steps, right? Government ने लिए हुए steps. So regarding tribals के बीच में अगर कुछ होता है तो you can also write that. ठीक है? I hope you are understanding the point over here. ठीक है? So this is from me and today's current affairs. I hope you understood every point. Right? Try to write the answer over here. ठीक है? Thank you very much. Mail ID. Yeah, I have posted the mail ID here. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day. Have a safe, enjoyable Sunday and study hard. ठीक है? चलो, bye bye. Thank you. See you.